Walking, wandering, picture promising, rich in conversation and art. You took pictures on your 47mm in 1972. Now I'm looking at knowing, having proof that you also were 22. Now you're sitting and watching your grandchildren grow as you wait for the coming of Christ. I know you're very busy in the things that are important, finances, home, and family, but I wanted to think about those things too, and maybe we can both encourage each other as we go. That. How was your Christmas? I had a good Christmas. My Nana, that's what I call my grandma and grandpa. I call them Nana and Papa. They all brought out old photo albums, and stories came out of those photo albums that were shared, and rich conversation of people and their souls, nefesh, as the psalmists call it, which I love. I love deep conversation. I love real conversation. I love conversation that isn't just like boring, like, how are you doing? How's school? Nice weather we're having. How have you been? You laugh at jokes that aren't really funny, and you kind of just patronize and flatter, and you're like, I gotta get going. Thank you for having me over. But like rich conversation, I love that. And like, you don't have time to listen to me, and I get it. I understand. I want to be giving something. I'm not giving something to you, but it's like a mutual relationship. Like, I give you money and you give me the product and we're both happy. Kind of a business exchange. I'm learning more about that. That's actually a good thing, and it's not like something that needs to be scary, and it is very scary. For some reason, I feel that there's like a hopeless dichotomy between God things and money things, and because I take very seriously that, but I'm learning. Like, John Calvin is kind of teaching me that no, Cale, no, God, no, you don't need to be a priest to do God's will. Work, and it's not in dichotomy with gospel stuff. In fact, now you can do it more freely because you're untethered by a guilt and by a sin that haunts you, and hell that haunts you. And is hell going to be your eternal destination? You're hellward bound, or are you heavenward bound? I hope I summarized that right. That's kind of just hearsay off of podcasts and other things that I heard. But I believe that. I love Miss Wisdom in Proverbs 8 when she says, "Come to me those who lack sense, that you may have understanding. Come to me those who are fools, that you may gain sense." Goodness gracious, sense, like things I can touch and taste and see and hear and feel. And then come to me those who are fools, that you may gain wisdom. And she says, by the foundations of the world, God possessed me. What does that mean? Kind of weird. Like, a female teacher is telling people that God possessed her before the foundations of the world. And I take wisdom to mean philosophy. That Greek word, translate it for me, it's love of wisdom. And so, and like even Jesus said, he said, "Those who consider my words will be like a wise man who built his house on a rock." He concludes his beautiful Sermon on the Mount that talks about birds and flowers and hunting for things, searching for things. Like, it's not going to come with just like following the crowd. It's going to come with a secret place. And like, that's kind of what I'm learning. And I'm doing that. There's there's an amazing quote by Walt Disney, and he goes, I don't make movies to make money. I make money to make movies. And I think it's to say that, like, same thing with me, like, I want to eventually make money so that, like, not that I can be relieved, but so I can do more of this. I call it my vocational work. Not the YouTube specifically, but like whatever my niche will eventually be. And I don't know. I would love to do, I love documentaries. I love storytelling. I like exploring. And if there's an audience out there, I'm looking for a very, very specific audience. They're a rare breed. They're a forgotten race. They're a lost kind of saint who, they're the nerdy saints. And I'm looking for you. I'm looking for the movie nerdy saints and the explorers and soul searchers and scrupulous people like me. That's who I would like to be my audience. I hope this channel is a safe place to discuss nerdy topics, from theology to movies to books to music. And I don't see it as a strict evangelistic motive. I do see the kingdom of heaven, and I just don't see it as a strict evangelistic motive.
Isn't this a beautiful Bible?